Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And another update, as we will do. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to the Republican women of Rutherford County for hosting me last night and allowing me to get up and talk to them about myself and the campaign and where I stand and how I would represent the district. So I appreciate that and the attention that they gave me, and then the questions afterwards. So, and hopefully I will be able to get out to them again before the end of the campaign, it definitely after a win, we'll be back to see everybody throughout the course of it. But that being said, some things last night and just I think prompted an update from me. One is there was a representative for Congressman Scott Desjarlais out there. I was a little surprised at that, but then you think it through, not too surprising. Rutherford's a big county, so some representation there and people talking on his behalf is probably to be expected in the larger county. Different story in some of our smaller counties. Again, if you put a comment here, you're seeing this on YouTube or even on Facebook, wherever you see this, let me know where you've seen him at a question and answer town hall type event. Because I do know this past weekend he was in Warren County, but it was a ribbon cutting for the new National Guard Armory. So my line of thought is our representative should be accessible to us. So like I said, drop me a comment about where we've seen him. I'm truly trying to find out, because that's the impression I'm getting, is that our congressman is pretty comfortable in his job and his position and doesn't feel it necessary to bring back the reasons behind some of his vote and even what he's doing. And one of the comments that was made last night from his representative there, basically countering what I have been saying. And the comment was that it was kind of hard to go right of Congressman Desjarlais, and talked about how we can, the scorecard out there about how our representatives vote and those things. I would call that into question if you step back from just the votes that are being counted and the ones that he talks about. So last week he talked about the FISA vote and how he voted against it. Well, what he isn't telling us, and if you're not watching it, he voted to bring it to the floor. My opinion is it never should have came to the floor to even be discussed. This is a tool that our agencies were given, and then they turned around and weaponized them and used them against we the people. Unacceptable. So what do you do with kids when you give them toys that they abuse or tools that they abuse? You take them away. So my take on that is the FBI and these agencies need to do their jobs within the scope of the Constitution. And these powers that they've been given, they're not responsible enough to use them how they were intended. And I think they knew going in that they weren't going to get it passed if they didn't put those controls in place. So why would you bring it to the floor if it's, you're going to be then around turning, all right, throw my hands up, now I get a vote no on it. No, wrong answer. So, and then I would also encourage you to go look at the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, that he voted for in December. And within this legislation, there is the gender affirming care funds for that, for our military. And I will tell you that would have been a hard no on that. He voted yes for it. This one he did explain to us, and it was pay raise for the military. That was why he accepted this nonsense. And I'm going to tell you right now, while I am for military getting pay raise, I'm a veteran myself, and I know. But what these folks do is they use the military as pawns, and they try and make us feel sorry for these warriors in that, oh, they're not getting paid enough. And you look total compensation package, that is part of the reason I stuck around for as long as I did. Healthcare, there's some non-tax shopping you can do, dental care, housing. So I'm gonna encourage you to take a look at that, and I'm gonna tell you from my perspective, don't feel sorry for the compensation package that is there. Education, I mean, we can start ticking it off. Go to a recruiter's office and try and get recruited and see how they pitch it as some of the benefits to joining. So I don't accept that, and I think I know me as a leaving the Army when I did and as a platoon sergeant, that's horrible, because now I'm going to lose this soldier probably for the duration of their enlistment. They're going to be non-deployable. They're going to be on a profile which limits their work depending on where they're at in this stuff. So no, that is not a conservative value. Regardless of any religious holdings or beliefs, that is a detractor from our tax dollars going to the defense of the nation. So those are just two, and like I said, drop comments if you got some other ones that you want to know how I would vote on them. And I will say some of them he gets right, but I believe that he is getting them wrong, and he walks it so that he gets that scorecard saying he's conservative. I don't buy it. So there is that, and so there's those on that. And I want to remind everybody tonight, you can find me on the Tactical Response live stream. That's at James Yeager of Tactical Response on YouTube. And I will be on talking about probably some of this. And then it'll be, they are a firearms training school. So it will, I try not to soak up too much of their time, but I update some on there just because they have endorsed me as a candidate. So you'll get to see some of that. And then gun stuff. That's what they talk about, and that's what they do. So there we have it. And then additionally, Thursday, Warren County will be at Mud Bums, and that is at 6, I believe is what I had already said. Notes. Yep, 6 p.m. at Mud Bums. So show up early if you want to eat. And then Saturday is the Ice Cream Social in Pikeville. So if you want to come out and see me, you're in any of those areas. And like I said, you're watching this, please let me know. I'm truly into this mission, and I want to know where our representative is and if you've seen him. So, and again, just for let me know anywhere you've seen him, whatever capacity. My interest is a Q&A where we can go town hall and get the feedback, and he can explain to us why he's voting how he's voting. I don't think it's being explained. And then just as I think of that as far as schedule, I would call up there and ask about his schedule and where we can see him. And so what I was told when I called up there, and I don't know if they recognize me yet as a candidate in the race, or if that would change how they answer it. But the answer I got was Google it, and wherever you find the Reagan Day or Lincoln Day dinners, he will probably be there. So, had I known he would have been Warren County out there, I might have shown up to that, rearranged my schedule a little bit. There was some other stuff going on, but I probably would have showed up and, just to see him. And that's just as a citizen of this nation and of this district, and him being my representative at that level. So, like I said, let's get after this. I appreciate you again tuning in. Do the YouTube things if you would care to, like, dislike, whichever the case may be. Drop a comment, and either way, entertain it all. We are all in this together. Now, we are not always going to agree, but we can discuss it. So there we go. And until the next one, I appreciate your time and I appreciate your involvement. Have a great rest of your day.